Hello, gentlemen. Today we're going to be going through some offensive playbooks on College Football 25, and I'll be giving my opinion on the playbooks that I think are going to be really good this year. Now, some of these are going to translate really well for Madden if you come from that world, which I'm sure many of you do who watch my channel because I typically make Madden content, but I'll be doing College Football 25 as well this year. But then there's also going to be some schemes that are going to be really good for the people kind of all about that flexbone action and stuff like that. So, more of the college football oriented schemes. I'll be including both of those in this video. So make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and then let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is actually not really playbook oriented. Like it is in a way, but it's more of like a tip. So in college football, they have wider hashes than in NFL football, and that is going to make it so it's very easy to spread out your opponent. Now, look at these hashes and then look at these wide splits from the receivers. You cannot base align in College Football 25. So that means it's very easy to manipulate the box and just kind of spread your opponent out. He can't just base align into a stacked box. He has to kind of play the numbers, right? So you can come out in formations like this with wide splits and just really kind of take advantage of it with stuff like this, right? So that's going to be really good this year. Make sure you take advantage of that. If you guys kind of like dumbing down the game to basically numbers game, this is going to be the type of stuff that you're going to like. Now, it's not very advanced, but if you just like moving the ball effectively and kind of annoying your opponent, this is going to be effective, especially since people coming from Madden are very used to base aligning and just kind of stacking the box that way, discouraging the run game, and then just taking away the screen in like various different manners. So I just wanted to put that tip out here. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual playbooks. Okay, so the first playbook I want to talk about is actually going to be the very first one listed, which is Air Force. Now, this is going to be very similar in like Army and Navy, really in any of these kind of like service academies. Like they run basically the same thing. They run flexbone. Now, the thing that you want to pay attention to are the formations that come with the flexbone. So with Air Force, you do get multiple shotguns just in case you need to actually get back there and shotgun and really pass it, because flexbone, if you go down like let's say 20 points or whatever, you can't really catch up running flexbone. Like, let's be realistic. So it's nice to have some shotgun formations that you can go to, and I do believe that Air Force has the most. I might be wrong about that, but I think Army's similar, but I know that Navy has like 2 shotgun formations. Okay, so Army has more shotgun formations, so you actually have a lot more to go with Army. Now, I haven't actually done a deep dive into these flex bones and the differences between them. I literally just got the game. But there might be some slight differences. Like Air Force might be a little bit better with the like triple option stuff and the flex bone. And then Army just might have like the better shotgun, the better like variation out of shotgun. But if we go to Navy real quick, you will see that they do have basically the same thing, but they do not have too much shotgun. So I would avoid Navy, and I would kind of do a deep dive between Air Force and Army and just kind of make the pick based on whichever playbook kind of suits your play style better. Now, the next playbook that I'm going to talk about is what I would consider the most Madden relevant playbook in the game. And that's because there's 2 formations in it that are heavily used in Madden that are both in this playbook. And that playbook happens to be the multiple playbook. And the 2 formations that I'm talking about are going to be gun trips tight end and gun bunch. Now, if you guys want to be sweaty, go for it. I'm personally not going to use the same formations in college football that everybody uses in Madden. To me, that's boring. But if you really want to be a sweat, this playbook does have trips tight end and it does have bunch. That's really the main reason that you would go to this playbook, in my opinion. But if you just look at all the different formations that it offers, you're going to see that a lot of it is kind of in Madden. So let's go ahead and go to all the plays and check out what's in trips tight end as well as bunch. So for trips tight end, we have PA counter go. I'm sure many of you guys recognize that. We do have a read option out of here. Halfback angle, RPO alert bubble. So you do have the bubble out of here. Curl flat, which is a very good play. There's actually a tight end screen. I don't know if that's really worth anything, but we'll find out. Verticals, of course, got to have this. This is one of the best plays in the game every single year. Text and deepen, we have the speed option, which is great. That was actually only available in, I think, well, I don't know which one it was. It was one of the alternate playbooks last year that had speed option. Inside cross, wide receiver short post, really good last year in Madden. Deepen, PA shot wheel. So this has like a full trips tight end, pretty much. I can't think of a play that it's missing. And then for bunch, you have bunch trail. Bunch sail, which is probably pretty good. Mesh spot. Deep attack. Corner strike. Verticals, of course. Speed dig. So I don't think it's like the best bunch in the world, but the fact is you have trips tight end and you have bunch, which is pretty insane. Again, you know, use whatever you want to use. I'm personally not going to be using bunch in college football. I think that would be like, there's way more fun options out there than bunch. I'm so sick of it. So I just wanted to put it out there. If you guys are really comfortable in these formations, that you can go to this playbook and have both options. The next playbook on the list is going to be Arizona. Now this playbook is, again, really good because of trips tight end. It does have a full trips tight end. And in my opinion, this is going to be the best formation in the entire game. This is going to be the gun bunch of college football. Just because of how the spacing works, it's really hard to defend these three receivers. So just please take my word for it. If you guys want to be cheese, trips tight end probably is the best formation. Now, the other reasons that this formation is good, or this playbook is good, tight Y off is another really good formation. It was good in Madden, and I do think it'll be really good in college football as well. And then the third reason would be we do have some pretty good under center formations to go to once we get into the red zone. So single back wing flex close, single back deuce close, and then single back wing slot. I don't know if this has the stretch RPO, which everybody was using at the end of Madden 24. Let's have a quick look. We have the zone alert bubble, but I don't think we have the stretch. So no stretch bubble, thank God. Unfortunately, that makes the playbook worse, but Arizona is still a really good playbook. The next playbook on the list is going to be UNLV, which is University of Las Vegas. Now, this is going to be, in my opinion, a very popular off-meta playbook. And there's a couple of reasons that I say that. Cluster halfback strong is going to be a phenomenal formation this year. This is something that I used, I believe, in Madden 23. It was in the Arizona Cardinals playbook, and they just took it out completely. It was not in Madden 24. And I might be wrong. It might be Madden 22. I'm not sure. It's not important. But it was a really good formation. I think these 4x1 or these 4 strong formations are going to be really good in college football. And I've seen some people use cluster already, and it's very effective. So cluster halfback strong, and then it also does have a tight doubles that's really good. Zig under, which is one of my all-time favorite plays, is in this playbook. So I might have to consider using this playbook. We'll see. I have to look around more. But I love this play, and the fact that it's back in the game since being out of Madden 21, I'm really excited to try this play and see how it works in college football. Now, another reason that you guys would use this playbook, and this is going to be more relevant for the college football crowd, is that UNLV has a really unique option game and kind of ground game out of shotgun. So we'll look at shotgun duo. We'll actually look at play art and multiple shotgun formations. But as you can see, we have a speed option. We have an RPO alert bubble. Jet halfback punch. That does have an auto motion. Inside zone. RPO alert slant. Jet touch pass. Halfback punch. RPO alert halfback flat. So as you can see, there's just a lot of unique options. If you play Madden, we do not have stuff like this. So we have the triple option here. Another RPO. A different kind of RPO. Speed option again. 2 different RPOs. So there's just like, again, there's a lot of different RPOs and run plays in general once you get down into the red zone or even in the open field that you can kind of base your scheme around. You do not have to use cluster or tight doubles, which are going to be both very high powered in the passing game. But, you know, you can't air it out, I don't think, 30 times a game in college football. You're going to have to use stuff like this to effectively avoid wear and tear and stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, just a ton of stuff like that. It's going to be really hard to stop the run in this year's game. That's going to be probably the hardest thing on defense, in my opinion. But yeah, that's going to be UNLV. And then the last playbook that I'm going to talk about today is going to be Alabama. As a UGA fan, this pains me, but Alabama has a really good playbook. It has, again, trips tight end, but the only thing it's missing is verticals. It has everything else. It has some unique stuff that I've never seen in trips before. Oh, it does have verticals. My bad. I completely lied. It has verticals. It has pretty much everything and more. And it has like a quarterback zone as well. So if you use Alabama in head-to-head, you're going to have a really fun time with this playbook. And honestly, they might be the best team in this game, as well as has maybe the best playbook. So that's going to be a really good tandem. You're probably going to see Alabama a lot. And one thing I haven't mentioned throughout the entire video, you cannot change playbooks in head-to-head, which kind of sucks, but that's why it's going to be very important to like the playbook that whatever team you wanted to use has, because if you don't like it, they can't be used really. So Alabama, they have it all. They have like 2 95-plus speed receivers. They have Milrow. They have a good playbook. They're set. So it also has bunch tight end, if I can find it. Pretty sure it has bunch tight end. Yeah, here it is, right here. So we have triple out, X spot, whips, so a tight end whip right there. PA verticals, this is not in Madden. This is going to be insane that you have this kind of verticals at a bunch tight end. RPO alert bubble. Like this formation, here's verts wide delay, which is kind of like the pistol bunch tight end, verticals play. Very similar. This is going to be very, very explosive. And having to defend not only bunch tight end, but trips tight end, that's going to suck. Now, I know this video has been really heavy on trips tight end, but I really want you guys to win games to start. Like, trips tight end is going to be insanely good. It's going to be very easy for you to move the ball, and that's why I've mentioned it a million times in this video. If you don't want to use trips tight end, you're very interested in using, your own unique formations, have a look through all 140 playbooks. There's a lot to look through, a lot I haven't seen. I just got the game, and this is kind of my first impressions based on what I've seen. Anyways, that's it for the video. College football is back. Let's go.